CCM's new Trigger 10 Pro. We're gonna put it against last year's Trigger 9 Pro and CCM's Vizion. The reason we're doing that is because the Trigger 10 is an ultra low kick point, just like the Vizion. Let's jump into it and see what one's better and what ones are similar.
Quick side note, the new Hockey Tutorial custom jersey design has been confirmed, and this will be the design that you see both me and Tommy rocking for 2025. Now, this custom design is already available on the store. Some of you have already picked it up, and of course, if you want to pick up any of our other merch, including the I Am Hockey hoodies and also sweatshirts, the Stick Curve t-shirts and hats, the link will be available down below. Now, of course, tech and spec before we jump too deeply into the video. First thing is going to be the shaft construction or shape. This is CCM's brand new EC shaft shape, which features round C-shaped in the midsection for improved control. And as you work your way down the shaft, it's where you find the E geometry or the similar shaft shape that you'd find in the Trigger 9 Pro, which has that concave that we're used to seeing with Trigger lines of sticks. That improves the shot speed or release. Now with this particular stick, that concave is much lower than what we saw in the Trigger 9 Pro, and that's because it's an ultra low kick point similar to what we saw in the Vizion stick, which is very different from the previous generations of CCM Ribcor sticks. In terms of the carbon fiber, it's Sigmatex ST2X, which is the next iteration of Sigmatex, which strengthens the carbon fiber weave, but will report back with durability later down the line. On this stick, nowhere does it mention helicoid. It's going to be interesting to see how far, if at all, CCM has moved from this technology. The blade tech is called UL1 blade, which features a new design, reduced weight for improved balance, for an even quicker release to complement the shaft with its ultra low kick point. Now, of course, the changes to the shaft shape aren't something you can always feel on the ice through your gloves, but Tommy's going to take over and let you know how the stick's performance fares against the Vizion and also the Trigger 9 Pro. This shaft feels like a Trigger 9 Pro was fused with a Vizion stick. That's the best way that I can explain it if you're looking at it really closely without your gloves on.
So to start with, we're going to start off with last year's Trigger 9 Pro for obvious reasons. First things first, I don't know if some of you could see or not, but it is unfortunately broken on the blade.
It's demised.
That happened about 3 months into using the stick. Really disappointed with that because if you've been with us for a while, I love triggers. And in a video we're gonna shoot very, very soon, you'll realize that. But anyway, getting back into this video, I think the design on this stick is very subtle. You've got a little bit of purple, but other than that, it's quite subtle. You've got like a little bit of like almost like a camo design on the stick. But other than that, it's quite subtle. Quite nice, but quite subtle. Moving on to the grip, because I think for me, that is one of the most important factors when it comes to a stick is the grip. If you can't grip your stick, you don't have control over the stick. It's got nice grip. I think compared to the other two, it's just not as good. But I think CCM have really upped the grip on their shafts this past year. So I can't hate on it. It's not bad grip, but it's not as good as the other two. Then moving on to the shaft shape, it's pretty standard. It's what a trigger shaft normally is. There's no new tech to it or different shapes, anything like that. It's a pretty bob standard shaft on a stick. You've got a little bit of a concave here for obvious reasons, but other than that, it's pretty standard. Moving into the performance on the ice, it was like every other trigger. It had an unbelievable quick release, great feel for the puck, but the durability wasn't there with this one. And that's so unfortunate because Ribcor has always been so, it's gonna sound weird, so loyal to me. They always lasted me a long time. I always had 2 or 3 in a season, but after it broke in 3 months, it was just, it broke my heart. That's the only way I can put it.
What shots did it excel at? What shots was it crap at?
I don't think there was a shot that it was bad at. I think every shot, you either got a good shot or a great shot. It was never a muffin or anything like that for me. Obviously, it started going soft before it broken, but that's for obvious reasons. And best shot, as always, is the wrist shot, the quick release. That's what a trigger should excel at. That's what it's made for. It's got that low kick point to get that quick release off, and you definitely have that with a stick. I'm gonna let Chris pick whether we go for the Vizion or the Trigger 10 here.
I'm gonna say we go for the Vizion. Let's touch on the Vizion. What was it good at? What was it bad at?
Vizion. Oh, the Vizion. I'm gonna put these down because I wanna sit up a little bit because I wanna get into this. So the Vizion, I don't know if you guys saw the little video we done. We actually went to Gothenburg. Was it Gothenburg?
It was Stockholm.
Stockholm, okay, sorry. I thought we went on the ice in Gothenburg for some reason.
No, it was definitely Stockholm.
Yeah?
With
okay.
CCM.
So I don't know if you remember the video, but me and Chris, and actually one of the other people we shoot with, Curtis, went to Stockholm to shoot out there on the ice with this stick. And one thing that really caught us all by surprise when we first got there was the shaft shape. I don't know, from here to here, it's pretty standard, right? It looks like a normal shaft. It's got the concave down here. The interesting factor is when you look there, the grip of the stick is almost like a 6-side. It's got extra sides in the middle of the shaft to make the grip thicker. The whole purpose of this was to make less strain on your wrist. But for me, where I've got little hands, it just put more strain on my hand.
I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy. I have short but fat hands, unfortunately. So it doesn't play into my game in my favor.
Sean liked it though.
Sean loved it. But I couldn't get on with it. Where stick handling, it felt okay, it felt nice. I had a feel for the puck. But when I had to shoot, I feel like I had to really grip my stick. And for me, that put a lot of strain on my hand. So for me, that's what's worse with this stick is the grip. The shaft shape up here killed the stick for me, which is so disappointing because the release on this stick is insane. When I was to really grip my stick and get a hold of that shot, it would fly off no problem and it would pick a corner. But the problem was I'd take one shot and then I'd have to take my glove off and sit my hand on the ice to let it reset for a minute. And for me, that can't be happening, you know? There's sometimes when you get 2 or 3 shots a shift. If I can only take one, you know, that's not great. But for me, that's the only bad thing about this stick. And unfortunately, it's the worst thing because it killed the whole stick for me. I love the shot release, the feel for the puck, everything like that is great. The only problem is it hurts my hand where I have to really get a hold of this stick to shoot with. For players with bigger hands like Sean, I know Sean loved this stick. He actually used it in season. Unfortunately, he breaks sticks like someone breaks a toothpick. It's ridiculous. I've never seen someone go through so many sticks, but he absolutely loved it. And for some players that have bigger hands or you like a bigger grip, this stick would be great for you. It just doesn't, unfortunately, fit for me. Moving on to the Trigger 10. I'm gonna keep this one in my hands for a second because I feel like CCM, they might have done a sneaky. I don't know if this is 100% or if it's confirmed or not. This is just how it feels to me. These two are so similar that I feel like CCM could have dropped this stick as almost like a, let's see what works, let's see what doesn't. Because obviously they tried something new and they went out there, and I've got to give credit for that because you've got to do that nowadays. There's a lot of tech coming out with hockey equipment. Some work, some don't. You've got to give credit. I feel like they dropped this as like a, let's see what works and see what we can put in the Trigger 10 on what people like and what people don't like. Moving from the Vizion onto the Trigger 10, obviously it's got the new ultra low kick point, which is the first trigger that has the ultra low kick point. They're normally just low kick point.
Derived, of course, from the Vizion.
Obviously, they got that from the Vizion. The Vizion was the first ultra low kick point that CCM ever dropped. And I feel like the kick point on that stick was amazing. It got such a better release compared to the old Trigger 9. If it didn't have the grip, oh my God, I would have got 10 of them. But with this one, it only has the concave. So for me, that's a game changer. Obviously, they went a little bit more out there. This one reminds me a little bit more like the Trigger 8 Pro, where it had more purple, which I really, really like. I think this stick is very much so in your face. You can't miss it. And it's also got like a glossy effect where if you catch it in the light, oh, it looks good. It looks good. In terms of performance with grip, CCM have upped it so much. You get a hold of that stick and it's not going anywhere. We're getting a little bit sidetracked here. Anyway, we're gonna go back onto performance. In terms of the release on this stick, obviously it's a trigger. That's the main factor of this stick, is they want that quick release. And with the ultra low kick point, oh my God, it's taken it from a 9 to a 15. The puck flies off the bottom of this stick with ease. It is crazy. I've had it for about a month now, and I am still yet to find a shot that it's not good at.
Even slap shots and one-timers?
Even slap shots and one-timers. I think we caught a few on camera. It come off so nice. CCM have found something real good with this ultra low kick point, and I hope they run with it because it is next level. And for me, if I was to be spending my own money on these sticks and which one I would buy, it would be the Trigger 10 Pro. Purely for the fact of it's got the standard CCM shaft with a better grip and the ultra low kick point. It's the best of both worlds. If the Vizion didn't have that thicker grip, I probably would have been buying both or one or the other. But because of that grip, the Trigger 10 Pro is 100% my top pick out of these 3 sticks. So with CCM, they like to put like little ribbed tech on the edge of their sticks and down the back side of their sticks. I don't really feel like you feel it when you've got your gloves on, but the Trigger 10 Pro and the Vizion definitely had a better grip to them than the Trigger 9 Pro. And like I touched on at the start of the video, CCM have really upped the grip game on their sticks the past year. And you know, it's a big difference. You know, when your gloves get wet or soggy from a game or training, you still got a hold of your stick and you still got full control. The main difference for me on why I would spend my money on this stick is because it's got the standard CCM Ribcor shaft shape, and that goes a long way for someone with smaller hands like me. Obviously, if you've got big hands, you're used to a big grip, it won't make that much of a difference. But for me, the shaft shape on a stick goes a very long way.
1 second.
Can I let him go?
Turn this way a second, let me see it. Bloody hell.
It's my caddy.